Taurus, hi. Hi. It's been a long time. How you doing? Welcome to your tarot reading. This is going to be for the next 48 hours, right? It could have already happened. You could be in the middle of it. It could be something you are coming up to. But either way, my intention is to help you guys out through this energy that you are transitioning through. As a collective right now, we have been working so hard, right? Going through so many things over the year 2021. And I feel like just collectively, we'll see if it comes up in your reading. It did already come up in Aries reading. We're all coming up to these. There's a portal opening up, and which one are we going to walk through? Or are we going to even choose to walk through it? Are we going to stay in the same place? Or are we going to choose to move ahead? We'll see what the reading has for you. But yeah, other than that, yeah, it's going to be a brief message, but just some insight, divine guidance for you during this time. Whenever you clicked on it, 48 hours before or after. Currently, that's the intention. So let's see what's going on, Taurus. We're going to start with this tarot deck. I'm Mama Manifest, by the way. If you get value out of this message, make sure you like, comment, or subscribe. I am open for personals, and you can just email me about that in the description box below. But yeah, other than that, let's jump in. We're going to start with an overall energy from the Starman Tarot. Wow. Wow. Okay. So you guys have been on it's the same, it's like very similar to Aries. Okay. So you could have an Aries close to you in your life. Either way, maybe not, but we have the Nine of Wands and the Devil showing up. You've been on a long journey, right? We've all been on this long journey, and right before we're about to step into that portal, right, the devil energy comes up and tries to tempt us away from what we're trying to manifest. But we must keep our energy space untainted as we're giving birth to our manifestations. We want to keep it sterile. Yeah, okay. We've been overcoming a lot of ego, a lot of conflict, a lot of inner conflict. I just saw the world as well, closing out the cycle. We'll do one more shuffle and then we're going to see what comes out. Yeah, this is your manifestation. I just saw the Page of Pentacles. It's coming in. You guys have been manifesting and it's coming in, but we have to resist the temptations, okay? A lot of distractions, energy coming in. Okay. Taurus, hi. I love you guys so much. So we have the eight of swords, okay? A lot of fear coming up. The thing with the Eight of Swords, you guys, is we are tied up in fear and illusion, and you guys feel like, you guys feel like you haven't been able to move through it. Okay. So what I want to tell you guys is over the next 48 hours, the questions you ask your higher self or the divine are going to be very, very important, because it is always an illusion with the Eight of Swords. Okay. It's always an illusion. Let me take a closer, I'm going to put this up here and we can all take a closer look at this card. I hope it's showing up on camera without the light. I don't know. There we go. But yeah, there's fear that must be worked through. And the questions we could be asking, what is holding me back at this time, right? And I feel like it's just fear. So there's a big need for you guys in particular to call on Archangel Michael so that you can see things clearly. The first archangel that I always call on, especially if I've been triggered or something, I encounter something that lowers my vibration, is I'll call on Archangel Michael first to kind of clear the energy space. I do feel like he comes in, he can cut the cords of storylines, right? Thought patterns that are holding you back right now to energy lines that have been, cut to people. There's a huge need for an energy cleanse here, okay? I think I said I'm going to put the same meditation. I've been recommending this meditation for you guys. When you wake up in the morning, first thing, especially over these next 48 hours, do an energy protection and clearing meditation. If you consider yourself an empath, a light worker, or a starseed, or all three, or a combination, whatever, very important when you wake up to put an energy of protection around you. Call in that protection. Call on Archangel Michael, okay? You are being liberated from some things that have been holding you back before at this time. Wow. What you don't see coming, at the bottom of the deck here, we have the Ace of Wands indicating you're going to have a renewed sense of passion, right? It's like you guys almost feel like there's, right now, it's like disconnection from everything. The creative flow is blocked, and it's an illusion, right? There's illusions that are needing to be worked through to get this creative energy back. The Ace of Wands. I'm going to keep that showing. Let's dig a little bit deeper, okay? Taurus, I love you guys. What are you guys seeing around you, okay? What is triggering you? Right now might be a disorienting time. As I opened up this reading, we are in between two worlds. It's almost like the Six of Swords energy that everybody's in, but there is a need to kind of beware. I don't like to even use words like that, of the energy transition while we're in Six of Swords crossing, because we're going to hit these places where it feels disorienting. It feels like there's no end in sight, right? Like, but it is. It's an illusion. All of that stuff. It's an illusion. All of it. There's a lot of illusion energy around you. It's just not real. So if you guys are having these thoughts about yourself, realize that they are lies, okay? Depending on whatever you have been through, however you have been triggered, it can put us back into fight or flight. And that is going to be totally the reptilian brain without any guidance, right, available to us. And so just know it's not coming from a balanced place, okay? So let's see what we got going on here. We're going to do one more shuffle and then we will cut. Taurus, next 48, what do we got? What do we got? What do we got? Yeah, the reptilian brain, okay? The animal. The animal brain, the monkey brain, whatever you want to call it, okay? It's the lower version of ourselves. It's fight or flight. That's what we have in the past. A lot of fight or flight energy. I feel like a lot of you Taurus that I'm reading for, this is like a short, brief message, but a lot of you guys have been fight or flight for the majority of your life. You've been diagnosed PTSD. You've had a lot of mental health issues, which have all been unhealed trauma, unhealed wounds. Surrender to this process and realize the thoughts, these lower vibrational thoughts, they're not real, but you have to work through them, face them, and pass them, and you know, sift them out. Realize that they're not real. Examine them. Don't try to turn away from them. Don't let the fear consume you, okay? Yeah, here's the shadow. All right, we're currently working through the shadow. All right, look at this. There's a lot of grayscale, dark, black and white energy here. You know, a lot of these cards are very, very, very colorful. Loving your shadow, integrating. Do you see how these two are integrating right here? This is where you want to be, okay? And the entire process, I feel like you guys kind of just need an overview of the entire process. This is when people fall off the journey. They're tired. They feel like they haven't seen results. They've taken one too many quote unquote losses, which it's all about our perspective and how we look at it, Taurus. And they just don't have any faith to continue moving. And just understanding that the fear and that energy is around, but also knowing that it's just fear without something to feed on, being you, a source, it can't thrive, right? It can't thrive. And so observing the thoughts, loving the thoughts, and filing them away. But there's a need to just face this head on. What do we got going on here? Oh, and we have the temple, okay? I feel a lot of peace coming in your future. Really taking care of your body. Your body is your temple at this time. Really taking care of your body. Taurus, not eating, not sleeping, doing, crazy things is not going to help this energy. Really drinking tea. I have tea. I'm a Taurus. I'm drinking tea right now. Drink tea. Let's see what the message on the tea is. We can always start again. Okay, I didn't even look at this before. I don't even know if it's focusing, but it says we can always start again. So yeah, I mean, I feel like some of you haven't been feeling the most victorious. Maybe some of you have recently lost something, okay, in some way, shape, or form. It could be, but it's all about our perspective and understanding that everything, Taurus, is material for our liberation, meaning no experience goes wasted, and this is a part of your path, okay? Loving yourself for where you are at. You are in the thick of it. Most people don't even get to this point. Taurus, I know all of these crazy thoughts are telling you otherwise. They're not being very kind to you. I can feel it, but those are not the truth. In fact, the divine wants to come in and say, you're a badass, Taurus. You're a light worker, empath, starseed. The roadmap for life for you is going to look different than the majority of people. right? You have an eccentric path, right? And sometimes, wow, we have the orphan, right? Oh, some of you, this is something that I feel like every Taurus goes through. It's like this, I mean, everybody has the orphan within them. But yeah, your inner child needs some love right now. There's definitely some past. This is stemming for some of you from parental issues, right? There's a lot of energy here, and just loving yourself through it. I don't know if it was my new moon reading. I'm going to send you guys over to it. I posted it last night. I think the orphan energy came up at the cut with the eternal child, and this whole story came through, and it's come through for you guys before, like a year ago in a reading where it was talking about this, and just nurturing yourself, loving yourself completely, not being focused on the people outside of you, Taurus, because they can't see and haven't been given the vision that you have, Taurus. It doesn't matter what they think, right? There's been a loss. Something happened that's triggered your orphan energy, feeling left out in the cold, which is ultimately triggered lack mentality and victim mentality. And I get this energy so very well. And I'm not saying, right, I'm not bypassing you and telling you that there's not a reason that you feel the way you do. But what I am telling you is that we're empowered with tools and skills today, and knowing that you are safe right now. Really stay grounded and really work on your solar plexus and your heart chakra coming through here with the yellow and the green. Mostly your green. I feel like we need to start, you guys, Taurus, with a solar plexus cleanse, then move to your heart chakra, right? You can look up all these frequencies on YouTube, and then the universal heart chakra or the higher heart chakra, okay? So in that order, and then you'll be feeling a little bit better here, okay? This energy won't seem so consuming and intense. Let's clarify you guys a little bit, and then I will send you on your way. It's going to be okay, Taurus. Face it. Don't run away from it, right? I saw that devil energy in the pre-shuffle. There are distractions, right? Like people are, whether or not you see yourself as, passionately beautiful or not, other people still do, whether you can feel it or not, whether they are telling you or not, and they want your time, and don't let it distract you at this time. I'm not saying, don't be compassionate to others or whatever, but just be very discerning about what you're doing right now with your time. Two more shuffles. Yep. See, the need to hermit, okay? The need to preserve your energy as you're moving through the shadow, as you're loving yourself unconditionally. This is the path to unconditional love of self, okay? And balancing the head and the heart, balancing the divine masculine. Yeah, the Seven of Wands here, you guys are tired because you've, something happened where you just feel outnumbered by those around you. This has triggered your fight or flight, okay, in the past. So I don't know what happened. Let's see. Yeah, I feel like maybe you guys, this has either happened to you or to you to somebody. There was some communication, okay? Communication that came in quickly. And yeah, it wasn't your favorite energy to work through. Oh, Taurus. Yeah. Okay. So there's definitely been a big, huge lesson here. Definitely caused some sadness. And I did see the Hermit, and if you've been given more space for yourself, let's just keep it that way, because there was some sort of loss or whatever. You've been given that space for a reason, okay? We have the Five of Cups here, but this is for you to be on your temple path, on your path. You are a starseed, a light worker, an empath. You have healing to do in this world, okay? And you have healing of yourself to do. We have to heal our own orphan energy before we go around giving it to other people. But really mothering yourself and loving yourself. And with the Five of Cups, it is the grieving process, okay? Always. The Five of Cups is the grieving process. And there's, look up the stages to the grieving process, and it's not linear. Grieving is not linear. And it is sometimes we take a couple steps forward and then a couple steps back. But please be patient with yourself. try to connect with divine energy as much as you can, and the divine is definitely coming through. And if you could only see yourself how they see you, you wouldn't be so hard with all of these other, the thoughts that are coming in are PTSD. They're fight or flight thoughts. They're not higher truth thoughts. But feeling through this energy, going through the grieving process of whatever happened here, it was quick. Happened like that. It was quick. It triggered this energy, but realizing that it all happened for a bigger purpose, okay? Whatever you lost, you gained a lot, and you will see it that way soon, okay? Just stay in peace right now. This is all a part, right? Like whatever happened, I need you guys to know, this is what you don't see. This is out of your perspective. The Nine of Cups, you've been manifesting a certain type of life for yourself. And sometimes, especially during Scorpio season and this new moon energy, sometimes when we're manifesting and what's going on around us isn't in complete alignment, things will happen to rearrange so that way we can be back on track with what we want and what we are manifesting and what we are wishing for. Okay? This happened for you, not to you. It happened for your liberation. And just remember that. I love you, Taurus. You have a big heart. You care about others. And don't forget that about yourself, okay? Just enjoy this process. Enjoy the journey. I mean, maybe enjoy isn't the proper word, but you can find peace in pain, right? You don't have to completely love that energy. It doesn't have to be your favorite energy, but you can find peace in pain. And that is what the divine is calling you to do over the next 48 hours. Take care of yourself, right? Feel your emotions. And yeah, that's it. That's it, Taurus. I love you. I love you, and I love your inner child. Go look at a picture of your inner child. Go look at a picture of yourself, okay? That's what I want you guys to do, Taurus. I want you to find a childhood picture of you, put it somewhere you see it every day, and that's what you do, right? I'm doing this for you. And that's who you truly are. No matter what your life experience has brought you through, whatever shadow has come up to be loved ultimately, you know, forgive yourself for whatever happened, okay? Just forgive yourself. I don't care what the details were. The shadow can be ugly. It can be all of that, but we can still love it and we can still integrate it. I know I just keep talking. Taurus, I love you. Namaste and God bless.